Let's be honest here, when you get ready to sell your home, what is one of your driving forces and one of the things that you would love to have? More than likely, the answer to that question is how to get the most money for your home. Let's talk about 10 things you don't want to do when selling your house. My name is Andrew Finney, and my passion is helping you make sense of real estate. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. Alright my friend, let's take a closer look at this because I'm sure that you want to get the best terms possible and you want the best price possible for your new home. Now I've made a lot of videos teaching you how to do that, but we haven't really talked about some of the things you really don't want to do and the things that I've observed and practice of other agents, myself included, and across the country where sellers actually screw themselves out of thousands and thousands of dollars. So let's take a closer look at each one of them and consider which ones you might be doing right now, and also if you're planning on selling your home, how to avoid the pitfalls during a sale. The first thing that you don't want to do is ignoring your real estate agent's advice. You brought them into your home, you met with as many realtors as you may have deemed appropriate to find the right listing agent for you, so why the heck wouldn't you listen to your trusted real estate advisor's advice and counsel about how best to prepare your home to get it sold, the appropriate price for the estimated fair market value, and the strategies to take through the listing and negotiation process? Why wouldn't you listen to it? Yet, all the time, sometimes people are like, hey, you know what? I watched HGTV, I watched $1 Million Listing Agent, and they sold that house in a day, no contingencies, cash, and I'm going to be able to do the same thing. You know, the right buyers in the market for my house, Andrew, I believe someone's going to hit the Powerball, or somebody's going to come from California or New York. They're not going to know the home is overvalued, and they're going to plop down cash because they didn't pay attention. Okay. Let's back that up right now because that was a lot of different things going on there. And each one of those are actually real experiences and real things that people have shared with me or other agents across the country. So when we're taking a closer look at that, it's important to note this. Number one, how often does somebody win a Powerball Mega Millions? Not very often, right? And secondly, you probably have a better chance of being struck by lightning than winning the Powerball or the Mega Millions. Let's just be honest and let's keep it real. That's how we're going to get this done for you, is by being honest and communicative with each other. When someone says, hey, you know what, Andrew, someone's going to move from California, they're going to sell their house in San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, or they're living in New York City, they're selling there, they're going to come over here with so much cash, they're not going to know what to do with, and they're going to plop it down on my house because that's what I want, because my house is just the most magnificent home that the world has ever seen. Okay, this is where we back up and we start talking about whenever people are drinking their own self-delusional Kool-Aid. And I've liked to reference this by calling it like Heaven's Gate Kool-Aid, meaning that if you drink this Kool-Aid, you're going to kill yourself. Self-delusion is not your friend, and being delusional through the listing process is not going to bode well for you if you truly have a desire to sell your house. Thinking that someone is going to overpay for your home is fallacious in its very nature, and the true litmus test of this is, would you overpay for your house? And if you were moving out of state and you had all that cash, would you be overpaying for your new home because you didn't know better? Chances are you're going to say, no, I'm not stupid, Andrew. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to talk to the buyer agent. I'm going to want the comps on the property to see what it's worth. Then what makes you think anyone else is any different? This is where being real and having this open dialogue now is going to bode well for you and your future success. So what I'm saying is it meant to scare you, it's not meant to annoy you, but it is meant to prepare you and keep it real with you. The second thing is not making needed repairs before going on the market. There is a huge wisdom and a tremendous benefit to having what's called a home pre-listing home inspection. And the reason being is that when you have a pre-listing home inspection completed, it gives us additional insight into the condition of your home. If we know that our home inspection is probably going to be performed by the buyer anyways, why not get yourself in as market ready condition as possible by having the home pre-inspection done, making those repairs, keeping those receipts, keeping those invoices for any repairs that were done, and then making it available in a very transparent way to the buyers that are looking at your home. Consider the fact that a lot of buyers, when they get that home inspection, might say, hey, you know what, I noticed there was something wrong with the roof. I'm going to ask them to drop their price by $20,000. Yeah, it might have only needed a roof patch, and a roof patch might have been $700. So you don't want to get into the negotiation and closing process only to have this animosity build back by simple repairs and things you could have done in your preparation phase for your listing. In practice here in Las Vegas, Nevada, when I work with a seller, sometimes they're like, hey Andrew, you know, I want to go on the market in the summer. I said, great, we should meet now. It might be February, and they're like, well, why should we meet so early? So we can start getting your home ready. We need to make sure it's decluttered. We need to make sure that we're planning out your move. We need to make sure that we are putting all of our ducks in a row and ready to go. Get your home staging done, make sure the house smells good, make sure the house is clean. There is a lot of things that need to be done. Part of the thing to get done is a pre-listing home inspection so that we can already make the repairs, cut off at the pass the negotiation point that most buyers are going to try to approach you with a repair request or trying to drop your price. Wouldn't you rather have it done up front, know where our strengths and our weaknesses are to put your house in the best light possible to ensure we're maximizing your profit while minimizing your time on the market? I do want you to consider that last point very, very carefully. This is a statistical observation, and I'm sure it's true no matter where you are watching this video. Homes with a lower amount of days on market typically sell for what? Their list price or more. Knowing how to do that as a listing agent with your whole overall listing strategy and how best to prepare your home for the market is critically important. Please take stock on that. When you minimize the days on market, you maximize your profit. When you maximize your days on market, you minimize your profits. It's a very true relationship there, so you want to plan this out correctly with a trusted real estate advisor that's right for you. The third thing you don't want to do is be restrictive with your showing. And this one is absolutely annoying to anybody that's working with buyers and they're trying to show your house. They want to show your house. You hopefully want to sell your house, right? That's why you put it on the market. They can't get a hold of your listing agent. The listing agent said they need to get a hold of you for some odd reason. Then you can't get a hold of you, can't see it. It says, hey, the seller will show the house on Friday evenings between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. only. And then the other 6 days of the week, there's no showings. Or hey, we're hosting an open house between 2 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. on a Saturday. That's the only time that we're going to allow showings. No, your home needs to be opened up to as many buyers as possible with easy showing accommodations. Maybe something as little as 30 minutes or 1 hour notice if you're residing in the property to get them in and make sure that we can minimize the days on market, maximize your profit. Only way to do that is how? By making sure that your home is this turnkey, move-in ready, it's staged, it's ready to go, and it's easy to show. Please be honest with yourself and don't kill yourself by being restrictive with your showings and restricting the offers that are going to come in on your house. The fourth thing that goes wrong is when somebody does not keep their house clean. When's the last time you walked into a friend, family members, or maybe even an open house and the house wasn't clean? What was your honest thought process about that house? Now, if you put your home buying cap on and you think to yourself, would I buy this home in its current condition? And if so, would I be willing to pay the list price just based upon what I've observed? The answer to that question is probably either no or heck no, I'm not paying them what they're asking for, because if it's this dirty now, what kind of home maintenance wasn't done on the house? Oh, we got dirty air filters that you can grow those upside down tomatoes out of, right? So I have been in homes that smell like poop. I have been in homes that smell like yesterday night's dinner. I have been in homes where you look up at the air filters and seriously, you got probably years and years and years of dirt. This really hurts you as a home seller because your home is dirty. It's not a good perception. We're playing Match.com here with your house, and we want a buyer to ideally marry either a 15 or 30-year mortgage on your house. So if that's the case, then why aren't we putting your best foot forward and keeping your house as clean as possible? Consider the fact that a clean home is a home that sells. A smelly home stinks and it won't sell. Let's make sure that we do the right thing for you by helping you keep your home clean. Very simple to do. This one is all on you. Please make it happen. The fifth thing that people do wrong is they are present for the showings and open houses. Why is this a problem, do you think? When was the last time you walked into someone's home and you had the seller present? And maybe you can think back to when you bought your current home. Was the seller present? If so, how did that make you feel? Probably made you feel anxious and probably made you feel like you couldn't share what was really on your mind with your significant other or any other decision makers that you may have been talking with, or even your trusted real estate advisor. You may have been less likely to ask questions. That's why you as a seller do not need to be there when the home is being showed or when there's an open house. Doing so alienates a buyer, makes them nervous, makes them uncomfortable, because think about this. Our homes are our kingdom. Our homes are our domain. When a stranger walks into your home, that stranger being the prospective buyer that might make you the winning offer, right? They walk into your home. If they're uncomfortable and they're uneasy, they're not going to stay there. And if they're not going to stay there long enough to really see all the fabulous things about your home, the features, amenities, and benefits, this is a problem. It is another statistical observation that I've made in real estate practice and watching things that go on in my own real estate career and with other agents, that the longer a buyer is in your home, the more prone that buyer is to make a great offer on your house. So if that buyer needs to be in there for an hour, let them have it. Let them be in there an hour. They need to sit down on the couch and you need to put out a water. Do whatever you need to do to make it an easy showing and a comfortable showing. When I'm saying put out water or something like that, well, I'm not talking about being there to give it to them. I'm talking about having it out on the counter ready to go. Say, please take one. Doing so will aid in your success. By not being there, you're setting yourself up for success because people are going to talk aloud and they're going to be able to feel more comfortable. We want that buyer to visualize themselves living there, not you. The sixth thing that can go wrong is letting your pets soil yourself. Quite literally. There's all kinds of different pets. People have snakes, people have fish, people have lizards, people have dogs, people have cats, people have all these different type of pets. And that's awesome. I'm a pet lover too. When you're getting ready to sell your home, you want to make sure that you're keeping your house clean of any of your pet's hair because someone could be allergic. You want to make sure that if your pet is urinating or defecating in the house that you clean that up immediately. I mentioned lizards because yes, people have pet lizards in an aquarium. Well, those pet lizards can produce quite a potent stench from their poo. So you want to make sure that it's clean. The last thing you want to happen is somebody walks into your home and they think that poo smell is you smell. And they think that's the house smell. And they're like, you know what? I'm done. I can't even do this. I can't stomach it. And they turn around and leave. Meanwhile, you may have had the world's best staging ready to go, but the smell can turn someone off. So consider smell closely and talk to your trusted real estate advisor about the best scents in your area to make sure your pet doesn't soil your cell. As a pro tip here, please consider putting your pets in a kennel or maybe leaving them with family or friends during showings or taking them for a walk if you're available to do so. Making sure that the pets aren't in the house barking, meowing, scratching, causing issues is going to be helpful to the buyers wanting to be in your home longer, which we know increases the probability that you're about to get a great offer. The seventh thing that sellers do that kill themselves is not having an open mind. In fact, they're downright closed-minded whenever they're reviewing offers. They get an offer, let's say that your home's listed for $500,000. You get an offer at like $497,000 and you're like, nope, not even entertaining it, reject it. It's $3,000 off my list price. I'm not taking it. Okay, is that negotiable? Is that even realistic to have as a thought process? No. What's realistic to have as a thought process is, okay, if your list price is truly the right price for the market. I want you to remember something. You have fair market value, you have appraised value, you have assessed value, then you have this really cool thing that is the true litmus test of nearly all of this, being what is a buyer willing to pay for your home. So if your home is on the market for $500,000, you get an offer at $497,000. Should you balk at it? Should you shut it down? No. You can simply counter them or say, hey, you know what? I'm close to my number. Let's roll. Let's get this done. Because we don't know how long it's going to be until you get your next offer, and your next offer might be $475,000. So you want to make sure that you're planning this out correctly with an open mind. You want to keep an open mind to the terms that are being negotiated in the contract. Maybe the buyer wants a home warranty. It really helps you at the end of the day anyways too, and it provides goodwill into the closing process. For more information about that, talk to your trusted real estate advisor why that's a smart idea. Whenever it comes to home inspections and negotiations over possible repairs, keep an open mind. Be negotiable, be reasonable, and be accommodating. This is the person that's about to make your world happy because they're buying your house. So they're buying that $500,000 house so that you can go on in your life and move out of state, move close to the family and friends, move to the opposite side of town, downsize, upsize, whatever the case may be for you, right? They are the ones that are pivotal in this process that help you get to where you want to be. No one's asking you to give your house away. At the same time, be open-minded and be negotiable. The eighth mistake that sellers often make is not being flexible or negotiable with a repair request. Now, there are some asinine repair requests that can come in from buyers, absolutely. But most of the time, they're not looking for all the cosmetic stuff. In many cases, the cosmetic stuff isn't even something that you would have to fix depending on your state laws, your local laws. If you have a stucco crack or something and it's not impeding the structural integrity of the house, it's not causing an issue to health or safety pursuant to a lending guideline, it's not going to be a problem, right? It's just a little bit of an eyesore, and appropriate home maintenance shouldn't be there. Very easy to fix, by the way. At the same time, when you get asked, hey, I would really like it to make me a lot more comfortable if you had the HVAC serviced. Have the HVAC serviced. Very simple to do. You have an invoice, you have a repair receipt, whatever the case may be. You provide it over to your listing agent gives it to buyer agent gives it to the buyer. Buyer's like, oh my goodness, I feel so much better about moving forward now. Keep an open mind. Having a closed mind to say, no, I'm not paying for an HVAC technician to come to my house. You can do it. It's going to be your house. Keep in mind, it's your house until the day that it closes. And if that buyer pulls out on a contingency, you don't have a sale. So be negotiable, be open-minded, and please do the right thing and treat people with a common respect and dignity that you would also enjoy. The ninth thing that can go wrong is not understanding your closing costs. Now, when you work with a trusted real estate advisor, one of those things that they're going to do is provide you with what's called an estimated net proceeds sheet. Now, they may call that different things across the country, but essentially what you're doing here is you're looking at the cost to sell a home in relation to the price, in relation to any mortgage amount that may be there. You're subtracting everything and giving you a breakdown of what you can expect to pay to sell your home home and about how much money you should be walking away from. Now, when we as trusted real estate advisors provide this to you, it's called an estimate. Who's going to have the more accurate of the numbers? Well, obviously, when we get the offer, we start going through the closing process. The person that's going to have the more accurate numbers is going to be the title and escrow officer, because everything will be broken down, itemized down to the last penny. Now, we as trusted real estate advisors, I can't speak for everybody, but my common practice is I will err on the side of safety by estimating slightly high on certain fees that a title or escrow may be charging, and also the same thing with anything that might come up during the closing process when we're first having a conversation and signing our listing documents and agreement together. The reason that I do that is, let's say like with a VA loan, for instance. A VA loan, a seller is going to need to pay the escrow fee, and they're also going to need to pay a termite inspection fee in many cases. If you have an FHA offer come in, that might not be the case. Same thing is true with conventional. So we got to be recognizing the opportunities that exist to us by opening up that buyer pool, but also the responsibilities that we have for accepting that offer. So let's keep an open mind here. Let's make sure that you're getting that estimated net proceeds sheet. You're asking the questions that you need to ask of that trusted real estate advisor. Please feel free to ask any questions that are on your mind, because an unanswered question could sit there and fester, but if we get it out now, we can probably get the education out and make sure that you are comfortable and confident every step of the way. And that's what this is all about, is making you happy and making sure that you're able to feel good about the entire process as you move forward to your next goal in life. The 10th thing that can go wrong is being difficult and unreasonable to work with. I'm going to leave you with this as a final thought. If you're one of those people like, hey Andrew, you know what, I'm digging what you're saying, I get it, and I'm going to do the best I can to work with my trusted real estate advisor. After all, I hired them, I'm paying them to sell my house, so I should probably have done my research to Google their online ratings, reviews, and past sales performance. I get it. I'm going to do everything I can to be easy to work with and fun to work with, and do my part too, while holding my agent accountable for what they told me they're going to do as well. Absolutely yes. When you enter the unreasonable world, right, then that's whenever people have to really sit there and wonder, if you were me, would you work with you? And if the answer to the question is, would you work with you? And that answer is no, then why would anybody else want to work with you? Why would anybody want to work with you? There is no sum of money in this world available that I would want to work with somebody that is truly unreasonable and difficult to work with. It's not fun. It's not glamorous. And it's the worst thing in the world, because there's all kinds of negative energy. I personally hate drama. Don't know about you? I hate drama. I won't deal with drama. So that being said, please, keep an open mind. Don't be the unreasonable and difficult person that is like questioning every single move. Oh, they offered this and I don't like that offer. I wanted 10 cents more. Really? 10 cents? All right. Or if your home's been on the market for a while and it actually is time for a price reduction because it's been 21 or 30 days, you're like, I'm going to reduce $1. Really? That's going to shock the market. That's actually going to be an appropriate correction for the market, is $1? I don't think so. It's time to get real with yourself if you want to sell your home. And if you're thinking to yourself, hey Andrew, you know, the strong seller's market, homes always sell and all you got to do is put it up. No, that is actually incorrect, because a statistical observation is 1/3 of all homes, even in the strong selling markets, did not sell. Why was that? Could have been overpriced, could have been in the wrong condition, could have been for a host of different reasons that we've just mentioned. Keep an open mind, refer back to the first point, which is lean on your trusted real estate advisor's understanding and experience in the market. After all, we do this all the time. We're here for you. We want to see you succeed. So I hope that you've gained a lot of information from this video today. So now let's take a closer look at 21 hard facts when it comes to selling your home and the 7 emotional stages of selling your house. Looking forward to our next conversation, my friend. We'll see you in a few.